I'm either giving Taylor Swift or I'm giving Miranda Sings. There literally is no in between. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Izzy, and today I thought it would be fun to kind of sit down and do a tier ranking video. I don't think I've ever done this before, and I thought it'd be fun to tier rank every single romance book I've ever read. I think I have like 60-ish books to share with you guys. These are literally every single romance book I've ever read. Just a little FYI, I did not include books that have like sub-genre of romance. So like Shatter Me is technically dystopian and it has romance elements. If you don't see certain books that I've read that have romance in them, it's because they're not actually romance. Thank you. So with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and like go into my tiers. So I have 5 tiers. So my bottom tier is I want to give you a 0. These are books that I'm gonna give you a 0, but I can't. So I'll give you a 1. You see what I did there? So the next tier is I don't think so, babe. These are just books that I just didn't really like. I don't hate them. I didn't really like them. They were not for me, babe, so I don't think so. They're just not for me. I don't know why I have to feel like I say it in an accent, but I just have to, okay? So my third one is just, These are books that I feel like I either, one, didn't have any, like, feelings about. Like, I didn't really care about this book either way, but I finished it. Like, it was good enough for me to finish, but I honestly did not care about it like at all. So they're just kind of mid-tier books in my opinion, so that is where the section is. The fourth one is That's Hot. So these are books that I probably gave like 4.5 stars. I really love these books. They're really good, but they just didn't hit top tier. But these are books that are so hot. They're really steamy. The characters, the relationship is just so good. Just maybe like a little tiny things that I just didn't love about it. And then the top spot is That's My Baby. These are books that I will ride or die for forever. These are my favorite romance books I have ever read. My first book is Honey and Spice, and I've read this pretty recently. Whenever I read Honey and Spice, I really liked the relationship. I think Malachi and Kiki are like really like cute. I liked the whole like kind of fake dating thing, and I really liked how she had like a feminist podcast. I didn't like love this book. I think some of the plot devices that happened, I was like, okay. And then also this book was like supposed to be set in England, but it felt very American. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it did not feel like these characters were from England. It didn't really like falter my opinion about it, but it was just really strange to me, and that's why I think I'm gonna give it like vibes. The reason for that being, even though I liked their relationship, I felt like the story as a whole was pretty to me. Like, I really didn't care too much about it. I just didn't like love this book for some reason. Now we have The X Talk. The X Talk. I did not like this book. I did not like the characters. I didn't really like the relationship. The only part I enjoyed of this book was like the podcast aspect to this. I like how I guess I like reading about podcasts. I felt like the relationship was really forced, and I just didn't, it felt very immature to me. I don't know. I didn't like either of the characters, Dom or Shay. I didn't like either of them, so honestly I didn't really care if they got together or not because I didn't like them. I didn't really like this book. I just don't think so, babe. It's just not for me. I just didn't like it that much. My next book is A Not So Meet Cute. Now, y'all, I loved this book. I loved it. That's My Baby. I loved this book. It was just really surprising because whenever I read it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna like it. Like, it's gonna be like, I think I'm gonna like it, but like, I don't think I'm gonna love it or anything. Like, I'm just gonna read it to read it. And then I read it. And then I loved her. I was like, oh my god. It gives like Pretty Woman vibes a little bit, and I loved it. And I just loved this whole book. This whole book was just so fun, and I just had such a good time reading it, and I really loved it. It was just so freaking good. Next book is 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. Really love this book. I really like this book. The more actually I reflect on it, the more I really like it. I felt like the characters are soulmates. Like, this is the most soulmatey relationship I have ever read about. I love this book. There are like some things I don't love about this book, For instance, I don't love the third person narrative. As a whole, I loved the story. I think these characters were so well. So I'm gonna put that in That's Hot, because it was hot too. I loved her. The next book I have is The Love Con. Also read this very recently. This book is so freaking cute. I'm putting it in That's Hot. It is so freaking cute. It's about this girl named Kenya, and she is a finalist on this cosplay reality TV show. And so for like her final like competitive thing, she has to like go back home and like create like 2 costumes, and she enlists her best friend Cam into like helping her make these costumes. She also like low-key throws it out there that she and Cam are dating even though they're not, and they're just best friends, and so they have to kind of like fake date for the reality TV show. This book was so good. It was so cute. The only reason I'm not giving this like the top tier is because I felt like they became friends to lovers really fast. Like, to me, it didn't even feel like they were fake dating, but it is so cute and it's so freaking good. I loved it. Next I have is Indigo Ridge. I like Indigo Ridge, but I don't think it's the best romance I've ever read. I'm gonna put it in because I think I gave this 3 stars, and it really is very to me. I really didn't care about Winslow or Griffin's like relationship. I don't know, something about like the vibes in this were so good. Small town vibes, Montana vibes, big family vibes. Like, I love the whole like sibling, like, I don't know, a lot of like the vibes in this were really good, but the romance as a whole, not it for me. I didn't like it. I didn't really care. Like I said, didn't really care about the 2 characters like at all. I'm gonna put this in because it's not like, as a romance, not my favorite at all. The next book in the series is Juniper Hill, and I really like Juniper Hill. I'm gonna put it in That's Hot. I love this one a lot more than Indigo Ridge. This one just felt more realistic in my opinion. Like, I felt like this, like I actually cared about Memphis and Knox being together and getting together. This book is definitely the best book out of the Eden series in my opinion, but I'm gonna put it in That's Hot for right now. And then the bane of my existence, Garnet Flats. I don't know if I want to put it in I Don't Think So, Babe, or I want to give you a 0. Because the more I look back on this book, the angrier I get. Like, I genuinely don't know why Talia forgives Foster for anything he does. I don't believe that man for a goddamn second. And Talia just annoyed the out of me. I was like, girl, shut up. Go do your residency and shut the f up, okay? I'm gonna put it in I Don't Think So, Babe. I don't think I'm gonna give you a, I'm gonna give you a 0. I'll put it in I Don't Think So, Babe, right now. I could possibly be tempted to move it. You know what? I'm moving Garnet, so sorry. I'm interrupting this to go move Garnet Flats to I'm gonna give you a 0. I really did not like that book. So now I have all of the Christmas romance books I have read. The first one is A Merry Little Meet Cute. I thought this one was cute. Like, I felt like people didn't really like this one, but I enjoyed it. Like, there's some things that I'm like, girl, what? Like, they went to a freaking Christmas themed strip club. I was like, what? But it like low-key was kind of fun. I don't know, it's very nonsensical, but it was just also like low-key kind of fun. I think I'm gonna put it in for right now, because there were like, I liked it, but there were some things I was like, what the frick is going on? Like, what, where are we? Where is this story going? I'm so lost. In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. Now, this book, I don't think I really like. The more I look back on it, I'm like, this book was not very good. I don't think I loved the Groundhog's Day-esque book theme, which is just my, like, I just didn't love it. Also, the romance in this felt so random, and they felt like they had no chemistry, like, whatsoever. I was like, what's going on? But I think I'm gonna put it in I Don't Think So, Babe. Because genuinely, I don't think I liked it that much. But next book I have is The 12 Dates of Christmas. Girl, this book is so good. It's so slept on. I've not heard anything about this, but so slept on. That's hot. It's so slept on. It's about a girl named Kate who is like doing this like dating program called The 12 Dates of Christmas. And she goes on a date for 12 days, and it's just so cute. Like, this concept is so cute, and it's also best friends to lovers. Sometimes I felt like the romance between them low-key infuriated me. I was like, what is going on? Stop. Like, the miscommunication in this book low-key pissed me off. But the vibes. This whole book as a whole. Kate going on these dates, which I know rhymes, it's so good. It's so fun. Probably the best Christmas romance book. It is so fun to read. I love this book. The vibes are so good. Also, it's set in England. It's so good. Next book I have is Kiss Her Once for Me. I like this book. The more actually I think back on it, I actually really did like it. I think we're gonna put it in That's Hot. I actually really do like this book. There's like some things I didn't love about this. Like I felt like in some parts it was really slow. My camera cut out and I was talking about Kiss Her Once for Me. Basically, I'm putting it in That's Hot. Okay, that's all. That's it. Okay. This baby, I'm gonna go with The Charm Offensive. I love this book. Definitely one of the best romance books I have ever read. That's my baby. I love this book so freaking much. It is about these two people. It's also kind of like a reality TV show based romance. I felt like these characters' problems that they had were very realistic, and I felt like the relationship problems were very realistic. I related a lot to these characters, and I don't know, something about it just was so cute and good and pure, but also was deep and emotional, and I just love this book. It's so freaking good. If you've never read The Charm Offensive, it's one of my favorite romance books. It's so good. Next, I have The Upside of Falling. This is like a really cute like YA romance. I'm gonna put it in It was pretty unmemorable to me, honestly. It's very stereotypical like high school romance kind of book. I felt like there really was no discerning thoughts about it besides it's cute, and that's it. Next I have From Lukov with Love. I love this book so freaking much. Do I want to put it in That's Hot or That's My Baby though? I don't know. This book is really freaking good. I think I ended up giving it 5 stars, but now I'm like, maybe, I don't know. It's somewhere between a 4.5 to 5 stars in my opinion. I think I'm gonna put, you know what, I'm gonna put it in That's My Baby. I really love this book. It is so good. I love the ice skating romance, enemies to lovers, slow burn. The slow burn of this was so good. It felt so necessary to me in my opinion. I felt like the slow burn was very necessary for these characters. The only thing I didn't like about this book was the beginning, where we're in Jasmine's point of view, and there's like some moments where I'm like, she literally has a stick up her ass. Like, what the fuck is her problem? Like, she's literally being such a bitch for no reason. Like, I did feel like in some sense I was like, she is being so rude and so like just to everybody. Like, she's just being a bitch for no reason. To me, it didn't even feel justifiable. So there's some points where I'm like, okay, I don't like this girl. Like, why is she so mean? But then it got better. I felt like I kind of understood her a little bit better. I love this relationship. The slow burn was so good. The way it's written, oh, this book was so good. It's so good. I really liked this book. We're going to be talking about my nemesis, which is Twisted Love. Automatic. I'm gonna give you a 0. Automatic. This book is probably the worst romance book I've ever read. I'm being so wholehearted with this. Genuinely probably the worst romance book I've ever read. This relationship should not even have lasted. She should have gotten a restraining order against Alex. Alex, walking red flag. He is a walking red flag. Besides the relationship and the characters, besides that, the book as a whole was just, I did not like it. It was not good. I felt like the plot twists were just so unnecessary. It felt so forced and fake, and I don't know, something about this was just not good. This book is the biggest waste of time in my opinion, and I hate this book with a burning passion, and I will keep saying that because I did not like it. Next book I have is Neon Guides. I think this book is gonna go into This is like a, what's it, retelling, reimagined story of Hades and Persephone, and it's like a dark romance. This is like the only dark romance I think I've ever read, and honestly I thought it was just okay, and I think the world building of this made no sense and was really stupid, and I was like, what? Also, this whole book is just them, like, they don't know each other. Like, this whole book is just them. That's it. Like, it's just them. Like, feel like there's no relationship development. Like, it's just smut, straight smut. And you know what? If you like that, then you like it. I thought it was okay. Like, the smut is good. Like, don't get me wrong, it's good. But I think like the relationship and the book as a whole was just not good. And I don't know. I'm just kind of indifferent, I guess, about it. It's just kind of meh to me. This one, I love this book. A Lady for a Duke. Why did I say it like that? A Lady for a Duke. I'm gonna put in That's High. I love this book. It's a historical romance. I love this book so much. It's so freaking cute. I love the characters in this too. The characters in this are so fun. The relationship is so sweet and so good. It's so cute. I don't know. Something about this book is just so freaking good. I think the reason why it's not like I'm not obsessed with this book is because it's really long. It's like the pacing of this book is slow. It is so slow and I'm just like, okay, this needs to be 300 pages, not 500. It's too long. Next is Icebreakers. Woohoo! Everyone's fave. To be honest, I like this book. It is good, but genuinely, I don't give a crap about it. It's a well-written book and I think the characters are good. I think the communication in this book is really good, but I really don't care about it. Like I don't ever think about it. Every time I see it, I'm just like, yeah, it was good, but like that was it. Like it was good. Like I would recommend it. If you like hockey romances, I would read it. It was good. But like I don't care about it. This one also felt too long. Like this one was so long. I was like, oh my god, why is this so long? But like I didn't care about it. So I think I'm gonna put it in eh. I know that's very unpopular of me, but genuinely I really don't really care about it. Love and Gelato. This is like a really cute YA romance. Like this girl, her mom has passed away and she goes to Italy to like meet her dad for the summer, and she's like uncovering mysteries about her mom while she's in Italy. And this one's actually kind of good. It's like caught me off guard because I was like, YA romance is like not my favorite, but this one was pretty cute. I thought it was good. Still, I think I'm gonna still put it in eh. Not because it's not bad. Like all the books in eh are not bad books. Like I think all of the books in eh are good and I would recommend them. They're just books I honestly just don't really care about and don't have any opinions about. And Love and Gelato is kind of the same way. Like I really don't have any strong feelings or opinions about this book. Okay, next I have Alone with You in the Ether. I really like this book, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember what happens in this. I know that the elements of mental health were very like really good. I think this is like a very whirlwind romance and a lot of mental health stuff was in this. I really don't remember what happened in this book, so for that reason I'm putting it in eh. Okay, next is Spoiler Alert. This one's also like a cosplay romance kind of thing. This one is cute. I don't really remember this one that much either. I know he's like he's like a movie star and he like is playing the character that he cosplays for or something on this movie, and she is just a cosplay person, I think. And then they like meet up because of like Twitter, and then they start, honestly don't remember a lot. I do remember like the problems in this, like she has like daddy issues or mommy issues or something. I think she has daddy issues and he has just family issues, and I felt like their issues were very similar and they were resolved very similarly, and I was like, that's not how it works for everybody. Why are we resolving things the same way? Just because we have the same issues does not mean it gets resolved in the same ways. So I'm putting this in eh, because genuinely I literally do not remember. I don't remember this. Next we have Royally Rearranged. This is a also very random book. I think I saw this on TikTok and it's like I've been wanting a like what's it, like a royalty romance for a while, and I was like, oh, I'll read this. This book is not good. I don't think so bad. It's just not very good. The story is kind of all over the place. I think the romance I actually like the romance between these characters. I loved one of the characters. I don't remember his name, but I loved him. But the story as a whole, the way it flowed made no freaking sense. Like there were so many like contingency errors. I was like, what's going on? Like I don't know, the way the author set this book up was so bad. Like, it just did not make any sense in my brain. So I'm gonna put it in I don't think so bad, because honestly, it's really not that good. Next, we have Things We Never Got Over. That's my baby. This is my baby. Oh, hold on. Whoops. That's my baby. I love this hoe. Like, she was also such a surprise to me because I kind of heard mixed opinions about it. Like, people either really liked it or they did not. And I'm in the favor of, I love this book. I think I honestly probably read this at a really good time. This book gave me vibes of like reading a Wattpad fan fiction at 2 a.m. and just loving life. Like, I just loved this book. This was just so fun. I want to reread it so bad. Like, I love this book. I literally have no other explanation besides I love this book. That's it. Next, I have Better Than the Movies. Where do I want to put this one? I think I'm gonna put it in That's Hot. It was good. It was so cute. Like I said, I don't love YA romance, but I do find it kind of cute. I love the whole high school rom-com. She has like a song for every like occasion kind of thing. I thought it was cute, and also it kind of reminds me of like The Duff. I would recommend. It was cute. Next, we have Every Summer After. Okay. This book is good. Don't get me wrong. This book is good, but I'm gonna put it in I don't think so bad. It is good, but this book definitely just is a direct copy of People We Meet on Vacation and Love in Other Words. Like, it felt like this author read Love in Other Words and was just like, okay, we're gonna make that, but for the lake. Like, I think in Love in Other Words, they're at a lake too. Honestly, don't remember Love in Other Words that much. It's the same thing, but this one, I don't love this one, honestly, because the way they get back together, the guy finds that this huge thing that happens, and in my opinion, that is unforgivable. Like, what this girl did, in my opinion, felt unforgivable, and I don't know how they got back together at the end. I was like, what? It's good, but like, honestly, it's just a copy. In my opinion, I think you should read Love in Other Words or People We Meet on Vacation. They are literally better books and they're the same thing. So, just in my opinion, I don't think so, babe. I think you should just skip it. Okay, The Roughest Draft. Now, this one's I think this one is considered a romance book, but it's also like literary fiction, I think. I'm putting her in That's Hot. This book is so freaking good. I actually listened to this book, and from what I remember, it's about these two authors, and they co-wrote like this really famous book, and in their contract, they're supposed to make like another book together, but they haven't fulfilled that. They haven't fulfilled it yet, so they have to write this book now together, but they've had this big falling out, so they don't want to talk to each other, and they don't want to do it, but they have, because they're contractually obligated to do this book, so they have to like spend so many, I think it's the summer. Are they spending the summer together? I don't really remember. I don't remember a whole lot, but I remember really loving it. So that's why I'm putting it in That's Hot. I did not know this, but I've read 4 Lauren Asher books, and we're just gonna rapid fire them. The Fine Print, which is the first book of the Dreamland Billionaire series, I am putting her in That's Hot. This book is good. It was the introduction of the world, obviously. And this romance, it is grumpy sunshine. Like, Rowan is grumpy and Zara is so sunshiny, bubbly, funny, cute little girl. This one's not the best one. This one's definitely the worst out of the 3. It's just, if you love Grumpy Sunshine, this is probably the most Grumpy Sunshine one I've ever read. It's so cute. It really is really cute. But it's definitely not, like, it didn't connect. Like, I didn't love it. It is still really good though. But Terms and Conditions and Final Offer go to That's My Baby. I love these books. These are so good. Terms and Conditions is about the oldest son, Declan, and his assistant, Iris. This book is so good. I loved these characters together. I love Iris, the main girl. She is just a boss ass bitch. And then the new book came out, Final Offer, which I have read. You'll see more opinions about this in my February wrap up, but Final Offer is the best one out of the series. It is so effing good. I've never, besides like 7 Days in June, this is the best second chance romance I have ever read. It is so good. It's childhood friends to lovers and a second chance romance. There's another trope I really liked, forced proximity. This book ate it. This book, Lauren Asher, you put your whole being in this book, and I appreciate it. This book was the best one. So Throttled is like her older series. Why did I say it like that? It's her older series. This one is like F1 racing. This one's like okay in my opinion. I'm gonna put it in eh. Honestly, I didn't have many feelings besides it. I mean, it was good, but like it's very meh. But yeah, she's just there. It was okay. Next book, Summer I Turned Pretty. Where do I want to put you? Summer I Turned Pretty. I think I'm gonna leave it, The Summer I Turned Pretty, into eh. I've not read the other books. Don't plan on reading the other books either because I've been spoiled the whole series, the ending and everything. Like I just know what happens. So I don't really care. But this book is fun to read. It is fun, but it's, I don't know, like I said, I don't love YA romance, and this is YA romance, and it just felt, I don't know, I think I would have liked it more if I read this in like junior high, middle school, but me reading this as like a 21-year-old adult, I was like, I mean, it's good, it's cute, but like, I don't love it. Just kind of meh. I don't really care about it. Okay, Love in Other Words. If I recall, I love this book. It's so fun. I'm putting it in That's Hot. Do I remember a lot of this book? Not really, but I do remember liking it a lot. It was very good. The Unhoneymooners. This is also by Christina Lauren. I'm also putting it in That's Hot. Love this book. So fun, so cute. Enemies to lovers. They're going to Hawaii and they have to like get to like know each other. Don't remember a whole lot about like the ending. I think the ending low-key is not like great. The Hating Game. Ooh. I think The Hating Game is also going into eh. I don't think I really care about The Hating Game a whole lot. It's like a workplace romance about these two competing co-workers who don't like each other. I just remember in this book that the girl liked Smurfs. And she like collects Smurfs, and she's like so tiny. She's the shortest being on this planet, and he is the tallest person. He like towers over everybody. That's literally the only thing I remember in this book. The Deal. Oh my god. I forgot about her. I think The Deal is gonna stay in That's Hot. I do love The Deal a lot. I feel like it's a book talk classic. But honestly, I don't think about it a whole lot, if I'm being honest. And I frankly don't remember enough to put it in That's My Baby. First hockey romance I've ever read. So fun. Love her. She is cute. She is fun. Don't remember a lot though. However, The Mistake, I don't think so, babe. I don't think so. I didn't like either of the characters. And I did not like their relationship. And he's like low-key in love with the first girl in The Deal still. And then finally he's like, oh wait, I just want love. I actually do like this girl. And then I'm like, what? What? You can't be switching up like that. No. And I just didn't like the other girl too. This was a second chance romance and it is bad. Ugly Love. I'm gonna give you a 0. I feel like so many people either love Colleen Hoover or you just hate her. Colleen Hoover is a good storyteller. I think she's really good at like setting up a narrative. But is those narratives positive and should be romanticized? Absolutely not. And this is a romance book, and this is the most toxic romance I've ever read. No. Okay, as a romance, absolutely not. It Ends With Us is literally the worst book I've also ever read. I absolutely hate this book. Lily Blossom Bloom. And she's a florist. And she writes to Ellen. Actually, I didn't really care about the Ellen stuff. But then she names her kid Dory. And then the Just Keeps Swimming after she's been abused. It was cringe. Verity's not as bad, I feel like, as Ugly Love and Ends With Us. I think this one's more interesting, but at the end, I think I'm gonna put it in I Don't Think So, Babe. It's fun, it's interesting, but like as a romance, like between Lowen and Jeremy, there is no romance between them. Like they have no personality together, therefore I really did not care about them as a couple. But like as a book, it was pretty fun to read, but like as a romance, I'm like, there's no... What is going on? How do these characters have feelings? They have no personality. How do they know each other? I don't get it. Funny you should ask. The more I think about this book, the more I absolutely hate it. This romance makes no sense to me. The celebrity pipeline of them knowing each other for 4 days, and then we're supposed to believe that these people are madly in love with each other after 10 years of not seeing each other. No. It happened one summer. I like this book. The more I reflect on it, I don't know if that's my baby necessarily. Like, I don't know if we're tight like that anymore, but I do like it. I'm gonna put it in That's Hot. It's fun. I think the sex scene in this book is kind of weird. Like, they're having sex at like a hospital. Kind of weird the more I think back on it, but it's cute. It's fun. Same goes for Hook, Line, and Sinker. It's just fun. It was just fun. I like these books. They're fun. Do I want to put that one in That's Hot, or do I want it in eh? I think I'm gonna move it to eh. It's kind of on the cusp of eh and That's Hot, only because I don't really care about this one as much as the first one. The first one I really liked. This one I kind of don't really care about. The Love Hypothesis. I love her. That's Hot. I know a lot of people don't like this book. Okay. I like it though. Shut up. I like this one. It's good. I honestly really like this book. It is kind of fun. This is why it's not the top. Sometimes there are cringy moments, like the beginning where she just go ahead and kissing him, and I'm just like, you don't know him. Why are you kissing him? You don't know this man. And then the Title IX thing where like sexual harassment, like I can report you to sexual harassment. Like that part was kind of weird too, but like I just ignored it, and I like it, and I like this book. Sue me. I like it. That's hot. Love on the Brain, however, is literally trash. I hate this book so much with a burning passion. B is my nightmare, and she's literally the worst character I have ever read about, and I don't give two craps about her. If you want to see my rant review about this, I will link it. I hate this book. I did not like it. Donut Fall in Love. Honestly, this one's just, I don't think so, babe. It's not like terrible, but it's also like not good. It's definitely somewhere like, it's just kind of boring and a little cringy. I don't know. Just not very good. I don't think so. The Heart Principle, I'm putting in eh. I honestly do not remember this book. I remember some things, like she's neurodivergent. She plays the violin. And that's all I remember, so that's why I'm putting it in eh. Anna and the French Kiss. I remember liking this book. I'm putting it in That's Hot. I know there's like a cheating trope that not everybody likes in this. Honestly, I low-key forgot about it until people mentioned it, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. But I thought it was cute. It's fun. I like how it was set in Paris. So she's like at this private boarding school in Paris. Kind of fun. Oh, my baby. I love you. Song of Achilles. That's my baby. Probably my absolute favorite romance book I've ever read. Yeah. This book hits me in the soul so good and so deep, and it's the best book I've ever read. Yeah, it's probably one of the best books I've ever read, genuinely. It's so good. Next book is Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I think this book is going in eh. I remember what happens, but I also remember not liking the romance. I have heard that the other Brown sister books are better than this one, so maybe I'll go ahead and give them a shot because they do still sound interesting to me, but I read this one and I was just kind of like, but Get a Life, Chloe Brown, in my opinion, it's pretty meh. Beach Read. I love this book so much. Where are we going? Where are we going? She really is on the cusp of becoming one of my favorite books of all time, but I'm gonna go ahead and move People We Meet on Vacation to That's My Baby. I don't know what it is. The Friends to Lovers, them going to college together, the summer, in between the summers kind of vibes. It was so good. How she's like super like peppy and he's like kind of shy. I don't know. I don't care if people don't like it. I love this book. It was so good. The banter in this book is so freaking fun too. It's so good. I don't know. It hits different. I don't love Beach Read as much as People We Meet on Vacation, but I still love her. I think I'm gonna put Beach Read in That's Hot. I know probably like literally that's like crime. That's criminal of me to do that, but I love Beach Read, but I don't think I love it. Like, she's not my baby. Like, I do love her, but she's not my baby. Same thing with Book Lovers. I'm gonna put her in That's Hot. I enjoyed Book Lovers. Definitely the weakest book, I think, out of her books so far, but it is good. It is fun. She's still hot. still love her. Still love this whole book. Okay, next. Red, White, and Royal Blue. I think Red, White, and Royal Blue might be a meh book to me. Honestly, I really didn't like this one. Kind of disappointed by it. I felt like they were enemies for very short, and then they were friends very short, and then all of a sudden they're lovers, and I'm like, why? How did they become lovers? They hated each other, and then they semi-liked each other, and now all of a sudden they're dating. Like, it felt very fast in my opinion. Also, anytime a book talks about politics, like real life politics in books, whenever you kind of push that rhetoric of real life politics on fictional people and or in like a fictional setting where you're pushing real life politics to people, something about that gives me the ick. Like, I just don't like it. I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna put that in I don't think so, babe. Like, it really wasn't that good in my opinion. I know she's very iconic, but I just didn't like her. However, I really love One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. I love this book. I'm putting her in That's Hot. Oops, why does it keep doing that? I love One Last Stop. This one is so good. The New York setting, the found friends aspect, her meeting her soulmate on the train, and her like girlfriend or whatever is like in the 70s or something. I don't know. This book is so good. I was eating it up. It is, I think, a little too long. Like, there's some things I'm like, okay, can we just cut this out? Like, it's not that necessary. But this book is so good. That's hot. She is that girl. Now we're going into Ashley Poston. She wrote the like Once Upon a Fan Club. I think that's what the series is like these 3 books. And then she also did the Dead Romantics, this adult book I've read. Geekorella. It's the first book. It's like a retelling of Cinderella, and this one's cute. I really like this one. I'm gonna put her in That's Hot. I really love this one. Same goes for Princess and the Fangirl. This one's also really good. Cute, fun, witty. They like trade places. It's so good. However, Bookish and the Beast, I think I'm gonna put in eh. Honestly, don't really care about this one. Dead Romantics. Honestly, Dead Romantics I think is going in eh too. Looking at this book, it's very grief heavy, and it kind of feels weird how this is so grief heavy and traumatic, but it's also a romance. It feels very heavy, but also light, and it's also a little weird. I don't know, something about this book felt like it was kind of all over the place in some sense, but it was still good. Like, I still enjoyed it. Like, all of these themes feel like they just don't go together, and that's why it feels a little all over the place. Plus, like, the kind of like paranormal thing, I don't know, it's weird. Along for the ride, I'm gonna put in That's High. I think this is such a cute YA romance. It's so cute. I don't know, something about this is very cute. It's very fun. I think, like I said, if I would have read this when I was in high school, I would have loved it. Like, it would have been probably the best book I've ever read. Again, but better. Honestly, don't remember this book, but I also remember I did not like it. I don't think I hate it. Honestly, don't really care about it. But I'm gonna put it in I Don't Think So, Babe. Don't really remember this book, but I also remember not liking the writing style of this at all, and I remember it being bad. Okay, so I think this is my final tier list. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want more rank tier list videos, let me know. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!